Hello, everybody. I am back. I was very busy in the real world, and now I'm here in the realer world. The world that matters the most to me. The one that makes me feel all better. I feel much better now, much more mentally healthy. We are going to watch this video that one of our algorithms found labeled "The incredibly rare road sign you hope to never need, but why and what does it mean?" Now, I'm going to tell you right from the start, I don't understand any of these signs or the nomenclature on these signs because I am from the States, so I can barely read. Stop. I can read. I'm very intellectual, but I don't know what this even means. Also, I love the name of the city. I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about out ER as what nobody understands in Europe what that means. But I want to live in Wapload Molten. Wapload Molten. What can we hear it for Wapload Molten? Everybody in Wapload Molten. What a name. What a great city. Now, as an American, most of us are thinking to ourselves, this probably means like emergency room or somewhere to a hospital. But the fact that it says out ER means that you weren't even admitted in yet. And so when you go there, they're going to basically dismiss you. So let's see here. Let's see what it means.
Have you ever seen these road signs? What do they mean? And what are they for? And some of you are thinking, no, I've never seen those signs before. Stop wasting my time. Right. But these signs are interesting because if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're paying attention to them and following them, things have gone tits up.
Oh, great expression, by the way. Tits up. One of my favorite English expressions. Let's hear it for tits up, everybody. Wonderful expression. Wonderful expression. Also, I still love Wapload Molten even better. Like Wapload Molten is a sign I want in my bedroom.
Today, I'm in Lincolnshire, which, as far as I know, is the only place that we find these signs, and we're going to talk
Also, there's a lot of shires in England. This is where I think that Tolkien got the idea for the Shire, because there's tons of shires in England.
About them. Yes, it's a video about a road sign. It is what it is, but as said, these signs are interesting because they were installed in around 2015 in response to the most significant tidal surge seen in 60 years occurring in 2013, which flooded over 800 properties across 55 streets, which understandably was a bit of an inconvenience for the residents of Lincolnshire. You see, the problem with Lincolnshire, or at least the southern part where we've...
You're right, they pronounce Shire as sure. You're right. That's something I got to talk to my internet son Retro about. He's across the pond.
Find these road signs is that it has no elevation and some parts of it are reclaimed lands that used to be underwater, which makes the area prone to flooding. But we've known about this for years, and there's a well-established drainage system and various rivers and floodplains to deal with such situations. But when you have those one-off or rare events like the 2013 tidal surge, none of that is going to help. Nature will always fuck us up, something it seems keen to do more often these days. And this is something that troubled the local council. What do you do if there's another larger tidal surge that threatens the lives of the county's residents? Absolutely no idea was the initial response, but they got to work on finding out, and their study showed that in a worst-case scenario, 42,000 properties and possibly over 100,000 people could be affected by a large flood or tidal surge, which is quite a lot. So a plan was put in place to prepare the authorities for a worst-case scenario involving the
evacuation something or other is what it stands for. Like this way to safety, out evacuation, recreation. It wouldn't be recreation. Evacuation route. Oh my God. Are you legit telling me they put up signs to tell people where to go in case there's like a flood? You go where the water isn't. I don't even understand the importance. I feel like this sign is really... First off, I don't even think it's correct. I don't think the government correctly knows the way out of a flood. Secondly, I don't know how important this sign is, really.
Evacuation of the county's population.
Yeah.
In essence, the plan was quite simple. Run to the high ground. Run!
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the other thing, too. Like, you know, this is Darwinism at its best. Just let people figure out on their own where if you're in a flood, and obviously they were in a flood, wouldn't you take the time to learn where the highest point in the area is on your own to find it, to know about it since it happened to you? You don't really like. Sorry, but let people drown. I mean, if they've been through this before and they're not looking for like the higher ground because they've been through it, well, that's just Darwinism.
No, really, get in your car and get the...
Erad said he said there was actually no highest point. Well, then you're screwed. Then you climb a tree. Or you buy a helicopter and you fly it during...
hell out of there, or self-evacuate, as the council like to say.
I do that
and this
all the
is
time.
where our road signs come in, and why, if you need them, you're buggered. These road signs say OUT-ER, short for Outward Evacuation Route, and they mark the way for designated evacuation routes, of which there are 12 to be used when the entire southeastern side of Lincolnshire is soon to be underwater. Based on ever-reliable traffic modelling, the council have decided that these routes are the best way to leave the area as quickly as possible, so signs were installed along these routes so that you know where to go, avoiding the need to send police out to manage the traffic when the...
I hate these goddamn roads. This is the worst invention ever, these ring roads here. I hate these ring roads. I want an intersection with a traffic light in the middle. This is an English invention that was imported over the seas to America, and we got these fucking ring roads everywhere you go. I want an intersection, a proper intersection with a traffic light. I don't need this goddamn circle because nobody knows how to drive on one here in the States. Nobody understands. Everybody shoots into the circle, into the ring, and it's all hell breaks loose inside in the ring. Everybody goes first. It's the worst thing to ever come into the States from the motherland ever. I can't even stand these goddamn roads. Get these roads out of here right now. Who invented these roads? These roads were cool when horses were transportation, not when cars were horses. Not for cars, man. Yeah, my son and my daughter always laugh because they call them roundabouts, just like Maddie does. They call them the correct term. I call them ring roads because it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Every time any American comes close to one of these things, they're shooting in it. There's no yield. Americans don't yield. It's a flawed traffic concept. Because everybody wants to be first in America. So they just shoot in, and it's like bumper cars in the ring of fire. So I call them ring roads.
It hits the fan, they're going to be needed elsewhere. But without some sort of traffic management, the council estimates that 30% of traffic could be stuck on the roads at the point where the floods roll in and it's too late. So something had to be put in place. The thing is, though, I'm not entirely sure that the people of Lincolnshire know anything about these evacuation routes or what the road signs mean. Whilst the council spent hundreds of thousands of pounds installing the signs, they didn't make a big deal out of it.
I know very well how to drive. I'm a stunt driver. I'm an amazing driver. I haven't gotten in a wreck in like decades. I'm definitely knocking on wood for that one. I've been driving up and down to Cleveland every single weekend, which is about an hour on the freeway. And I even had a deer jump in front of me one time. And it was on the freeway. And homeboy was like wandering lost. I felt bad for this deer. You know, I'm like slowing down. There's going to be somebody like backing up into and I just kind of slowly brake. And so everybody else brakes because they didn't understand what I was doing. And then I'm pointing out the window. I'm like, look, check out this deer. This deer's right in front of me walking back. It's like nervous as shit. I looked out the window. I'm like, hey, dude, go over to your forest area. Go to the designated green area, look at green and get over there. But this guy, he just wanted to walk down the freeway. You know, he was pimping. This deer was pimping. He had all his 12 points out. He was just, you know, he was like, hey, I'm going to be using this mode of transportation. He liked the clickety clack of his hooves on the cement. It felt good to him. And I was just like, all right, got the road, bro. Like, I'm waiting until you understand that you go over to the green designated portion. But if you want to pimp it out, he was peacocking. The deer was peacocking with all the points in the air. I didn't get in a wreck. And I saved other people's lives. And I felt an affinity towards this big buck.
Signs just appeared one day, and that was that. So I'm currently driving along one of the evacuation routes that uses the A17 and the A151 to go from Long Sutton to Bourne, and it's a very nice drive.
Man, that's a crazy evacuation route. You're done. You're done for. Look how many miles. You're driving hours to get inland. I mean, if the tidal surge, look at the label. Look at the labeling on the northeast quadrant of this map that says deadly tidal surge. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it depends upon the waves and how they're feeling that day. But there's a deadly maybe tidal surge coming in from the northeast. That drive is way too long for a deadly tidal surge. You understand? You're screwed. How far in do you imagine once all the glaciers melt? Are we talking like the water comes to this point right here? Like how much of the land will England lose once all the ice caps melt? Will it come all the way to A151? Probably. You know, like if you're at A17 over there, you're screwed. You're just screwed. You're not making it. There's no way. Don't fool yourself. If you want to avoid it, move away from the beachfront properties that are going to get swallowed up by the ocean. Your insurance isn't going to cover you. Beachfront property these days, you're not going to get insured. Nobody on any beachfront property, no matter where you're at in the world, nobody's insuring you anymore. I mean, if you have money to burn, then get your beachfront property. But if you don't even think about it, because nobody's going to reimburse you. No insurance company is ever going to reimburse you for any beachfront property from this point going forward. No insurance company whatsoever is going to do it. And this route is ridiculous. And no signs are going to save me from this. My brain's going to save me from this. Okay. Now, some of you might get worried about that. Don't worry. Like, I am the safest person and a leader in chaos. I thrive off of chaotic situations. I know exactly what to do in chaotic situations. I couldn't be the best person in the world. I am the best person in the world to be around in a chaotic situation. I'm telling you right now, I will save all of you. Come join me as the world ends together. Together we will battle it out and beat everyone. Once everything breaks down, and we revert back to like feudalism and all like everything's anarchy around you. We, the DG360 community, will be able to handle it. We're going to be able to handle it. Don't worry. Your fearless leader will lead you into a situation of safety. You're welcome. And these signs, stupid.
I imagine after your house has been destroyed and life-threatening floods are chasing you, not so much. But where does the evacuation route evacuate you to, and what awaits you at the end of the route? Nothing. You're on your own from here, confirmed by this roadside.
I'm like a Negan, like a nice Negan without the baseball bat and the barbed wire, right? Like Mad Style's saying, well, quite a few people do not thrive in disaster events. Seems to be the opposite of it. I would be much more successful in a chaotic situation. I would be a Negan. I would go from school teacher to king of a county. You understand what I'm saying, Mad Style? So like, just gravitate towards me. I will be your Negan, and we will conquer our township. You'll have to fly to me. Listen, it's worth flying to me to get here so that I can save you. I'm just saying that. You're welcome. Your fearless leader will protect you from everything. It's okay, Chook. We'll search for you. I'll send a search party. Recon team to Chook. Look, Chook says I won't make it, and you understand? Do you see what I just did there? It was a chaotic situation. Chook wasn't going to make it. I'm sending out a recon team. I'm telling you, I already got it. I already know what to do. I already know what to do, Chook. Don't worry. We'll be right by your house. We'll save you, bro.
Which means the evacuation route has now ended. That's it. If you've made it this far, it is assumed that you have evacuated successfully and you've worked out where it is you're going to go for yourself, along with the tens of thousands of other people doing the same thing. Now you might be thinking, why not build a few walls or sea defences and jobs? No need to evacuate anyone then. And yeah, that's fair enough. But not only is that very expensive, those sort of things only work to a certain extent. And the council are planning for a situation where you're screwed either way, no matter what defences you have in place. But also, the council only have enough shelter space for about 15,000 people, so you might as well get in the car and f*** off. So good luck, Lincolnshire. It looks like when the world ends, you'll be the first to go, and for us who don't live in Lincolnshire, we'll be rooting for you from the top of our highest hill, obviously. But the signs, just follow the signs and it'll all be okay.
So dumb.
Probably, I'm sure. Thank you very much for watching.
And he didn't say how much they spent on the signs, or if he did, I just talked right through it. But like, I could imagine that they spent way too much on the local government and the people working for the government to put these signs up in the millions. Like, could you imagine spending millions of pounds on putting up these stupid signs that, like, quite literally aren't really going to help you? But you should do the work yourself. Do the math yourself, everybody. Don't be the standard citizen of Lincolnshire. Okay? Don't do it. God, that just makes me mad. It highlights the inefficiencies of government altogether. Like, government never does the right thing. No matter what country you're from, some governments really do the wrong thing, but no matter what country you're from, it just seems like governments, no matter what party is ruling, don't know how to fix situations or answer any problems correctly. They're always inefficiently going about things, spending people's money, not ever doing the right thing. Crazy. Should we talk about the wedding yet? Maybe I'll save the wedding till after this next one. They spent like $33 million on a bus station, and it took 2 bloody years in my town, says Retro. Oh my God. See what I'm saying? $33 million for a bus station that took 2 years to build.